Any more embargoes being lifted before I get this video out that I wrote 3 days ago, rendering any speculation useless? Yes? No? Am I safe? Let's do this quick. One of the joys of the Animal Crossing series is the exploration of a brand new place that you've suddenly been dropped off at. Meeting the villagers, finding surprises, and experiencing the atmosphere are some of the things that Animal Crossing does well to pull you in and keep you playing. New Horizons has seemingly changed up the way this is done while making sure to keep that same sense of adventure. One thing that has helped us with not getting lost on said adventure is the map. Whoa, really, Cora? Is that what the map is used for? These maps are still randomly generated, and no two are exactly alike, something the developers have kept in the series to keep each person's island their own and special to them. By now, we've seen countless screenshots and gameplay showing players' unique layouts, but there are a few noticeable features to point out. As usual, each map has a river, but this time the rivers don't just start at the top of the map and run south. Each main river has an opening at the south, and a second opening can either be at the east, south, or west. The islands will also have rivers branching off north, but of course these can be changed once you access the waterscaping ability. Each map has 3 levels of walkable map. The ground floor, I'll leave that pun alone, the first level of cliff, and the second level of cliff. There's also a third level of cliff, but it's basically used as a wall as the game does not let you climb up that high. According to this tweet, the game tells you that it is too dangerous to go up there. But this third cliff does allow you to kind of change up the feel of your island. I'm glad we can add walls. Just build a wall around that villager you hate. Each map is surrounded by beach on the east, west, and south. There are various rock formations on the coastline that you can walk on, fish from, and place furniture on. Each map has a piece of ground level grass that juts out into the sand, and a dock extending on the ocean from either the southeast or the southwestmost part of the beach. The northern beach is non-existent, as the map shows it full of rocks. However, there is a small portion to the north that is inaccessible until you break away the cliffs. What could this be for? Are there special fish that only appear on the northern side of the island? Special messages in bottles? Or is Nintendo just messing with us? There are videos from those who received review copies who have fished off this, but that was just a quick clip, so not sure if they're still under embargo or if it's just nothing, and I'm sitting here staring at a few sandy-colored pixels for absolutely no reason. There are a few things that are unchangeable even with the terraforming or landscaping ability. The location of the river mouths are the biggest thing. You cannot edit the beach. You can place houses, furniture, and trees here, but there's no terraforming allowed. There's also a rumor going around that you can't terraform or landscape on the first square of grass outlining the beach, which would make sense because of this ramp that connects the land to the beach. With review copies out and some embargoes lifted, I'm assuming that this speculation is true. Because you can't edit the beach, you are unable to edit the mouths of the rivers. So pick your random map wisely and don't assume your godlike abilities can do everything. Sorry guys, even gods have physical limits. Besides, we all know who the true god is here. GameXplain has a video more on terraforming, so if you want to see the actual limitations of what terraforming is on the beach, on the island, the cliffs, all that, go check that out. Resident services will always be in that first accessible part of the island. Other buildings and shops do not appear on the island at first, and instead must be built. We have no idea how the shops are unlocked, or what prompts you to be able to build them, but they can be placed virtually anywhere. I haven't seen any shops placed on the beach, so this might not be possible. There is limited room along the shoreline, so maybe it's just too small of an area to build anything besides a house. Some of the buildings we know and love are returning to our tiny abode, like Nook's Cranny, which I'm assuming still upgrades as normal, the Able Sisters, and Resident Services that ends up looking exactly like Town Hall once you upgrade. The post office and train station have been replaced by the airport. This is the place you go to travel to tours, friends' islands, and write letters at this cute little wooden stand. It's sad how a whole post office building and 3 special characters have been whittled down to this, just some paper. Those poor pelicans never stood a chance. But look at the stationery, it's beautiful! We have yet to see the cafe return, and as such, we have not seen Brewster. It also appears most of the city buildings from New Leaf and City Folk have turned into random appearances by the special characters at the plaza instead. Sure, you may not be able to buy shoes whenever you want, but it kind of makes it more exciting to see Kix show up on your island and check his stock. With these changes being made to New Horizons, it's only natural that some special characters won't make the cut. That sentence hurts. First, let's talk about who we have seen. The obvious ones are Nook, Timmy, and Tommy. Come on, those greedy Tanukis aren't going to pass up any business opportunity. Isabelle is returning, but with a smaller role than New Leaf. Smash seems to have worn her out, and now all she wants to do is organize her desk. Mabel and Sable still run the Able Sisters shop, with Labelle, or Label, now showing up occasionally in the plaza. We see Gulliver returning to his roots, getting washed up on the beach. You still have to talk to him many times to wake him up, while reading this A+ dialogue. Honk shoe, snoring sounds, like come on, this is amazing. What a character. This time you must find pieces of his phone, which broke upon arrival. Thank goodness they never went back to UFO Gulliver, and Alien Seagull is just, off-putting. And of course, Blathers returns with the most beautiful museum in gaming history. Although we don't actually see Rossetti, his wonderful, not at all stressful personality is back to fill us with, joy by coming to rescue us in our time of need. Harvey has returned, this time with his own island. Apparently, living the good old nature life allows you to afford your own house on your own island. Who knew? Celeste comes back, and one of the new things she offers us is a wand to quickly change between clothing items. Sahara can appear, still selling her floors and wallpapers, and this time possibly even animated versions. Still can't handle these. As I stated earlier, Kix is back as well, but instead of just shoes and socks, he includes bags to his inventory. We have also seen half of KK Slider's face in the direct. Very sneaky Nintendo. And Wisp seems to be returning in some way. Confirmed special event characters include Franklin, Jack, Zipper, Jingle, and Pave. Festival! God, I'm excited for that again. Characters we haven't seen return yet are Gracie Grace, Leaf, who seems to have been replaced by a cabinet in the store, Rover is nowhere to be found, Tortimer is speculated to be dead, and no one has experienced any of Dr. Shrunk's horrible jokes. Emotions can now be learned instead from your animal villagers. We also have yet to see hide nor hair of Captain. And as mentioned before, the three pelicans, Pelly, Phyllis, and Pete, are nowhere to be seen. It is sad to see some of these characters go who have been with the series since the beginning, but Nintendo does plan to update the game as the time goes on. So maybe these characters will receive some special roles that have yet to be decided? One can hope, okay? Don't burst this bubble for me. With every exclusion of a character comes the inclusion of a new character. Orville and Wilbur are now a part of our island and handle any flying logistics. Daisy May, aka Booger Baby Joan, has replaced good old Joan as the stock market extraordinaire. CJ has stepped in to change up the fishing tourneys, and Cool Boy Flick has done the same for the bug-offs. I will say, I love these new additions. As sad as I am to see certain characters disappear from the series, there's always that hope that Nintendo can do whatever they want with the updates. What special character are you looking forward to interacting with? Let me know in the comments below, and oh my god, New Horizons comes out in 2 days! This is what they do when I try to record.